people have almost like a goldfish memory and forgetting the kind of like just the state in which they are in of poverty and just things just not working for them.
Yep.
Aren't you seeing the connection of poverty
Absolutely.
and decision making?
Absolutely.
Because if someone can give me 1,000 bob and that's between me and the next meal, it would make me see them as almost a sort of hero. But now how do we help these people? Because we have very many people, leave alone even in Siaya, who are living in poverty. So I like what you've said in terms of being a candidate of change. And you're clearly saying something that I also believe in terms of some of the issues we are facing are issues that we have attracted ourselves. We have really just been part of the problem.
Kenyan people that are listening to me right now, your country is going to hell in a handbasket. Kadi yako ndio power yako. If somebody has shown you who they are, believe them. They're not changing. They're not changing. And if you have this guy that has been your MP or MCA or president or senator or governor for all this time and they've done nothing for you, they're not going to do anything the next 5 years. I promise you. You can get that at the bank. Vote them out. Put new blood that hasn't dropped. For me, how does an MCA, Diana, make more money than a doctor, than a teacher? How? Like seriously. Like we need to start, like tunasema kwamba for a country to go forward vizuri, we need education, we need health, we need infrastructure, we need security.
Kwanza health.
Our police are some of the worst paid people in this country.
And they also live in such deplorable
Our nurses,
situations.
You've seen the coffee cup thing that is going on social media right now, where the police is sitting in a coffee mug, and then they have those mabad teachers around hizo. And he's sitting in a coffee mug. It's very interesting.
So karibu sana Dennis, welcome to Politically Connected.
Thank you.
Are you politically connected? Would you say that you're politically connected?
Well, maybe we'll find out in about an hour.
In about an hour, as we discuss this.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us, why are you running for Siaya Senate?
Siaya has a big name. If you ask anybody in Kenya, what are the big two cities in Nyanza? They're either going to say Kisumu or Siaya second. It's a big name, but nothing to show for it. And I've been doing a lot of work there in the last 4 years. I'm very passionate about education. And the state of schools in Siaya, God help us, terrible. And so as I was working in the schools there, I started seeing development trickling as far as what I was doing. A lot of work, very little impact. So then somebody told me, if you want to do anything in Kenya, you have to do it through a political platform. That drove me crazy because I hate that. Because for me, I'm like, if I want to do good in the community, private sector, do it through your private resources. But in Siaya specifically, if you want to do anything meaningful, which is ironic because there's not a lot of meaningful things going on. And we've been having a politician for a long time.
Actually, if you look at our political history, a lot of leaders, and I mean national leaders who have had such substantial national impact come from Siaya. We have the late Raila Amolo Odinga, also from Siaya. We have the current governor, Orengo, from Siaya. And we have also the Senator Oburu, when yanataka power. Like we've had very...
Orengo, Eric Omondi.
Yes.
Prince Yinda.
Yes.
Very big people.
But it seems that there's such a state of poverty and also high unemployment rates in Siaya. And yet, I think is it how many years since 2010? So 16 years of devolution. And is it that they've gotten a raw deal, or what is it that is stopping Siaya from development now that we have devolution?
I've been asking myself that question for a long time. The answer that keeps on coming to my mind is our unhealthy obsession with national politics.
Unhealthy.
It is crazy. Because Raila Amolo Odinga, may the Lord rest his soul in eternal peace, would come to Siaya, or the whole of Nyanza, so specifically Siaya, and they say, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. And their sole purpose for choosing them was to help him in Nairobi.
Or to get now the bigger seat.
Yes. So you can blame them, but not really, because their job description that they were being put there to do was not to help the people of Siaya, was to help Raila in Nairobi clinch the presidential seat.
Yeah.
And clearly, they didn't do a good job, because Raila tried many times to be president and it never worked.
5 times.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 times.
And so, for me, if you ask me what the reason is our unhealthy obsession with national politics.
I like that. And I can see how that happens. And maybe that's what leads me to my next question. Because all politics, they also say that all politics is local.
Yep.
But people's first interaction with politics comes from political parties.
Yep.
And I see what you're saying in terms of what party leaders like Raila, when he was a party leader, would say that, you know what, lazima tuchaguane 6-piece, right? And people are thinking, you know what, I want to help this big aspiring figure get there and not really investigate who are these other people.
Yeah.
So do you think our current version of multipartism or the political parties that are in existence today also contradict the promise of devolution?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it is not about the people. People need to understand that political party benefits from representation. The more members of parliament, MCAs, governors you have, the more you get money from the government. And so the people that own the parties, it is in their interest that these parties have winners and representation in them. And without those people, they don't get money. And Kenyan politics is not about the people, it's about money. And so for me, if you ask me, I'll say people come first, and then progress, and then politics, and then party. What we've done right now, we've changed that. Party is number 1, politics number 2, progress number 3,
people
are the last. And the progress is used as carrot to dangle on the people to elect the party. So the whole of this process is not about the people.
Yeah.
It's about the party. So people ask me, what party are you with? I'm like, no, I'm with the people.
Yeah.
The party, whatever they are, they'll find me working for the people and with the people. And so one of the things that we need to start screaming loudly about is for politicians to know that they are not the Waheshimiwas. In fact, I was talking with these young people in Siaya just yesterday, or Saturday. And I was telling them, please don't call me Waheshimiwa. I hate that word. Don't call me that word. You are the Waheshimiwas. Yeah. And if you have to use that, then say, my fellow honorable.
Yeah.
Because if anybody's Waheshimiwa here, is you. Yeah, and if we have to be Waheshimiwas, both of us, then we have to both be Waheshimiwas.
Yeah.
But it can't be me.
Yeah.
It is the only profession that the person who hires you is smaller than you. Like, we're not hired by ourselves. We're hired by the people. So the people are the bosses. Yeah. At the end of the day, our promise is not to strengthen political parties, is to strengthen the people, to bring progress to where the people is. And that's what devolution was meant to do. Yeah. That was the promise of devolution, for the development to reach the person kule kwa ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not doing that in Siaya.
Not in Siaya.
And because the role of the Senate is also to oversight oversight devolution.
Yeah.
And if this has not been happening in Siaya since the birth of devolution, what has subsequent senators been doing about it? Are they questioning these governors? Like, from the history of devolution in Siaya County, what's happening that these governors are not being held to account for the kind of level of underdevelopment, high unemployment, and poverty in Siaya County?
We've only had 2 governors, two senators.
Yeah.
Orengo did 2 terms as a senator, overseeing Rasanga, and now Orengo is the governor, and Oburu is the senator.
Yeah.
2024, 560 million entered Siaya County.
500 from divisional
Just
revenue.
There was some money that came in, 560 million.
Yeah.
That money went out. There was 1,500 transactions of that money. Now, one transaction, we can say it was an oversight. 2 transactions, maybe we can say, well, something happened. 1,500 transactions. The money came in, the money went out. Nobody knows where the money went. The Senate is supposed to ask
those questions.
Nothing was asked. The same year, 30 million was used to buy land for the county of Siaya. That land is not there. There's no beacons. There's no fence. There is no title deeds. There's nothing. That money just disappeared. Nobody. That's an example. That's an example. Oversight is supposed to be. The money comes from Nairobi. We receive about 10 billion shillings every year into Siaya.
Yeah.
Okay, that is from the national government. Now there are other monies that come in that can push that money to 20 billion in a year. That money does not get to the people. The senator is supposed to follow the money and say, where did this money come from? What did it come in here to do? And where is the impact of that money?
Yeah.
That's the work of the senator. Those questions are not being asked. So our governors are sitting pretty, working in Siaya, doing something.
Yeah.
We don't see it, but they're doing something. The senator is not overseeing that.
Yeah.
The problem with us is our governor and our senator are very big national figures. So we can't really talk bad about them.
I was about to say that. I'm like,
Yes.
Orengo is the leading. He even calls himself the acting party leader, and
Yes.
he's leading the Linda
They're
Mwananchi.
both party leaders.
Yeah, he's leading the Linda Mwananchi. And if you ask me, who's outside Siaya County, I'm like, you know what? He's a hero. You know.
No, but think about this. Yeah. We have Orengo, who's leading Mwananchi wa Kenya as a governor of Siaya. We have Oburu, who is leading the ground of Kenya as the senator of Siaya. So my question is, who is lindering the ground of Siaya and the Wananchi wa Siaya? That is the question I have.
That's a very good question.
Therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
So everything that's happening in Siaya, the backward development stuff, is not a coincidence. It's a consequence of the leadership that is not present in that place. You know, if I'm a father of teenagers, if I tell my teenagers, I'm gonna leave you guys, just be responsible.
Yeah.
Don't watch TV.
Yeah.
Don't eat snacks, just eat the healthy foods, and I leave them by themselves.
Yeah.
They're not gonna listen to me. There's no accountability.
Yeah.
They're gonna eat bad food, and they're gonna watch TV all day. They're not gonna shower. They're not gonna make the beds.
Yeah.
That was gonna be a pigsty.
What
they want.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in our county right now. When there's no leadership, people do whatever they want.
But how is it that then what gave the people? Why did the people vote for these people then? If they were not going to serve them, or is it the track record? Is it party politics?
Do not underestimate the power of Baba.
Of Raila.
Yes, Baba is a very powerful figure in Kenya, and even more powerful.
Even after
in Nyanza. No, they were voted in. Baba was alive when they were voted in.
Yeah.
And Baba said, aliona mkono akasema ni huyu na huyu na huyu na huyu. When Baba said that, you better just leave because you're wasting your money. Nobody's going to vote for you. And so he picked them, handpicked them. You see? And so they rode on that coattail of Baba.
Yeah.
And now Baba is no longer there.
Yeah.
For the first time, I'm actually seeing Orengo campaigning. You know, Orengo and Oburu never had even one poster in the last election. They never campaigned. So that tells you the power of Baba in Siaya.
Yeah, we had a guest here, Alex Matere, who was talking about that the split in ODM is a split of people who were more, there's a group that were more of leeches, like they became, no, he said parasites, that they got into the leadership positions just because of their close affiliation with Baba. And then there were people who seemed to have the interest of the people, and they were ideological brothers of Raila Amolo Odinga, and that is why we see the current split. What are your thoughts about that?
You know, sometimes things happen. There's no really formula to it.
Yeah.
It's just like, for me, I look at what happens in ODM. I think it's that opportunistic people. Politicians,
on both sides?
Or everywhere. Every politician is in office for themselves. Most of them they are. They're not there for the people. And we see it in this country.
Yeah.
Like, and the people that vote for them are also part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because what happens right now, this is election season, sindio? Wanaenda mashinani. So now they're there, but you see Prados everywhere. They see them and they are giving handouts. the people, they have very selective amnesia. They forget the suffering that they've gone through under these leaders for the last 5 years. But they're going to vote for them again and again and again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing
over and over,
and over, expecting different results. So, Swahili wanasema mwiba kujitia mwenyewe uambiwi pole. So you can't come to me. I have offered myself as a candidate of change, and I want to help you. And you come and reject me because I can't give you stolen money. Because there is nobody in that is rich enough to line up people and give them 2,000 shillings each. And that's unlimited resource. I don't have that money. And so if my election is dependent on how much money I'm going to give people on the ground, I have failed asubuhi na mapema.
Isn't this politics of handouts also connected to the level of poverty? Like you're saying that people have almost like a goldfish memory and forgetting the kind of like just the state in which they are in of poverty and just things just not working for them. Aren't you seeing the connection of poverty
absolutely
and decision making?
Absolutely.
Because if someone can give me 1,000 bob and that's between me and the next meal, it would make me see them as almost a sort of hero. But now how do we help these people? Because we have very many people, leave alone even in Siaya, who are living in poverty. So I like what you've said in terms of being a candidate of change. And you're clearly saying something that I also believe in terms of some of the issues we are facing are issues that we have attracted ourselves. We have really just been part of the problems. So how do we empower these people? Because on this other side, we have people who are saying, you know what, we know where the problem is. We need to investigate. We need to interrogate every single person who's running for office to ensure that they will serve us. But we have this other side that, you know what, if you give me handouts and stuff, you know what, I'll vote for you. How do we empower this side so that we have a mass majority of people thinking of the change that we want for Kenya?
Opportunity. There's 2 weeks ago, we buried our dad, and as I'm driving into the village, there is young men running behind my car and in front of my car. And I'm telling the driver, please slow down, do not kill these people. We're going to a funeral. Because these people that drive politicians, they feel like they need to drive so fast. I'm like, no, don't, just slow down. And then it dawned on me that if somebody asked me, what is your dream for Siaya? Or even for Kenya as a whole? My dream for Siaya is that we get to a point where a politician can enter a village peacefully and live peacefully. Because people are busy working. Because there's no opportunity. And again, some of these things are not a coincidence. They're by design. It is a shortcut to power. Because when people don't have food, you see, I can see it from a place of privilege and start telling people, don't follow politicians, don't run after politicians. But I have meals to the infinity days. Okay, these guys, they don't have a meal for that night. I literally know families in Siaya that are eating 1 meal a day, and their children eating in school is actually a good thing for them. The MP of Bondo, I think, is going to go back because he made sure that every child in Bondo,
the ECD schools.
Yes, they're going to be fed in school. He said, I don't want to see any child running around at lunchtime going for lunch because they're going to be hitting the magari. So I want them in school. So that for the parents, that's a big relief, not having to think about lunch for these kids. You know. But for me, I'm thinking, how can we provide opportunity for the people, for these young people? Think about this. Siaya, 65% of the population of Siaya is under the age of 35. That's over 600,000 people that are sitting in Siaya.
That's a very productive population.
So then why don't we have opportunities for these people? I was talking to someone today and I say in Siaya County, in Siaya Town, there is more boda than people to carry them. So then what is the work of the boda? Not everybody can be boda. But that's the only opportunity that they see.
So I like what you're saying. So that means there's also some mismatch of priorities.
Yes.
Where some politicians...
Not some, a lot of it.
Where some politicians would say that, you know what, we are going to empower you guys. Here are 1,000 bodas. But when you look at the dynamics or the opportunities there, it just doesn't match the empowerment.
Diana, think about this way. Giving somebody a boda boda is not empowering them. So I was sitting with boda boda people and I was telling them, let's think about this thing. There is a company here that sells you boda boda and you have to give them 300 shillings every day. Okay? 100 boda bodas, you have to give them 300 shillings every day. And I'm thinking, by the time you finish paying for this boda boda, you've already bought 2 boda bodas.
Yeah.
At that time that you finish paying for it, the boda boda is so bad, you need to replace it. So these guys have discovered a really, golden egg goose, Like, I'm like, that's a really brilliant business for these guys. But it's not brilliant for the people. So I said, listen to this. Why don't we find a source of capital? You guys know each other. 100 of you. We give you 100 boda bodas as a capital.
Yeah.
So then you pay. Still you pay. But that money now goes to an account that is your account. So you have both the riders and the investors in this company. So if in one day, 100 boda bodas pay 300 shillings, 300 shillings times 100, I didn't pass maths.
Yeah.
How much is that?
300 shillings?
Times 100.
That's 300,000.
Okay, 300,000 shillings. Okay, that's in one day. Times, is that 300,000? No, that's not 300,000, because it's 4 zeros. So it's 30,000.
It's 30,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
30,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30,000
Yeah.
per day.
Yeah.
But that's their money now. That's not Amwindi's money or somebody else's money.
Yeah.
Now, in 10 days, now that is
money. That's
Now we're talking good money now.
Yeah.
Now we're going at 300,000.
Yeah.
In 20 days, that's 600,000.
Yeah.
And
compounds.
It compounds.
Yeah.
And in a month, that's almost 1 point something million shillings.
Yeah.
But that money is theirs now. So now we can take this money. And they know this guy pays, this guy doesn't pay. They know each other. So what to piki. And then you get that money. Now that is empowering people. That's not using people. Because I have money, but I want to make more money. So I use poor people.
I really like that intervention, and it's making me start to wonder, why is it that our government or even other politician intervention so extractive? Is it because of the colonial mentality? Have we refused to move past that? Or what is it that makes us not only think about things from an extractive level? I mean, for someone like you who's exposed, and even the work that you're doing with Empower Africa, maybe you can shed some light as to some of the things that we need to unlearn in the extractive nature of how we think empowerment is.
So the mission of Empower Africa, for example, is empowering African people to transform Africa.
Yeah.
I've lived in Kenya, I've lived in America. There's a story, I don't know if this is true or not, that during the fight for independence, Africans believed that white people could not die. And then they go to war with them. In Second World War, First World War, I can't remember the story very well.
Yeah.
They see this guy is shot and he dies.
And they're like, oh.
But these people, they have this red blood like me, they die like me. So then they come home and they fight for independence.
Yeah.
Now, if that story is not true, I like it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay? So they come here, they fight for independence, we get our independence. What happened is, you have heard the Swahili word, ukoloni mamboleo. Ukoloni mamboleo means we've removed white people. It is only the color that has changed. Now we have black white people that are treating us the same way
As
the
how
colonialists treated us.
Yeah.
The segregation of Nairobi, for example, is still the same. The same way it was during the before independence.
Period, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
there's a segregation. Kuna watu wa Islando, kuna watu wa Westlando, kuna watu wa Runda, and those people, those are not. That design was not an African design. In Africa, people lived in a village, and everybody was the same. But then when the white people came, there was a place for the white people, for the industrialists, and for the workers.
And it's crazy that you say that. If you also look at even the development based on the segregation, when you go to sides of Runda, there's sidewalks.
Oh yeah.
And there's drainage. But when you go to other sides,
flooding is crazy.
Exactly.
Yep. It's by design. But you can't be powerful if everybody is powerful. You can only be powerful if, like, I'll give an example. My kids go to school in America. When you take them to school in Carline, we have our equivalent of our MP or our MCAs, whatever, in our community. We are in Carline with them. There's no line ya mheshimiwa, line ya watu kawaida. They go to the same schools. In 2022, I had open heart surgery. I went to an equivalent of a village hospital to have open heart surgery. And it was successful, and here I am. If I didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know that I had open heart surgery.
Yeah.
You know?
So is that...
But the system works for the people.
Yeah.
Here, the people work for the system. That is the problem we have in Kenya.
Yeah.
The system is not working for us. We are working for the system.
Yeah, and I think that's what led into the Gen Z protests, because it first started as the reject finance bill until they interrogated even further and they realized, wait, this system is what is not working for us, and that's why we saw hashtags of drain the swamp. But now, how do we translate that? Because most people, critics would say that the Gen Z movement was largely in urban, peri-urban areas.
And that's true.
And the Gen Z of Nairobi is not the same Gen Z in Siaya.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
They live two different realities.
Yep.
How are we able to help connect the dots? To just help empower these people? Because imagine the growth of Siaya is directly proportional to the growth of Kenya. Right? So we need to be able to connect.
If that is true, that is a very sad reality.
I mean, in terms of...
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So how are we able to connect the dots for this young generation who are getting a raw deal? Because it is a raw deal. Because if you look at even our history in Kenya, let me just talk about Mwai Kibaki, because that's the president I remember. The free education really changed the game.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of even these Gen Zs are products of that free education, right? But we got so many educated people, but we didn't build industries to absorb them. And now government seems to be the main employer, or they're trying to be the main employer.
They can't.
And it's not possible.
It is not realistic.
Yeah.
They can't employ everyone. Unless we have 2,000 people in the country, they can't employ everyone.
100%. So how can we empower this, the lack of unemployment, or empower this person who's been unemployed for so long and now is dependent on the system? You know, an MCA passes here with a VX, and you know, you're like, mini kijana wa MCA, mini kijana wa governor. And you know, that's also what leads even to the goonism that we see in rural, not even in rural areas. Actually, it's rampant everywhere. I'm just trying to figure out even if it's I don't know whether it's a silver bullet solution that can help us really reshift our...
You know, Diana, this thing is not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. I'll give you a simple example. I live in America. I'm back home now, trying to get the Senate seat and help the people of Siaya. I've never bought a suit in America. But the suits I wear in America are made here in Kenya. When I wear them in America, people think that I'm wearing an Armani suit. It's a cheap 10,000 shilling suit that is made in Nairobi by Luo tailors. The best tailors of suits in this country are Luos. They can make you a suit uvae ikundiso vizuri. Ukivaa imekushika mpaka unasema yes, this is it. You know? So then I'm thinking, why can't I become make a suit making industry? The same way that if I want to go on holiday, where do I go? Mombasa. That's why nikitaka maji ya chumvi naenda Mombasa. Okay? Why can't I make the identity of fashion in this country? I have a fashion industry. I bring all these Luos that are struggling in Nairobi here, put them in this suit making factory, and tell, if you want the best suit in East Africa, you go to Siaya. To
Siaya County.
Because these Luos can make a suit, man. The best furnitures, carpenters in this country. Some of the best of them are Luo people. A welder, akikuchomea chuma, hiyo chuma itakaa miaka mingi sana. Wajaluo from Siaya. Why can't we have those industry and say, this is so to an identity? The same way, ukitaka chai, ukitaka kahawa, there's a place you go in this country. If you want these things, you go to this place. Then they make an industry. There is no economy in this world that can grow without manufacturing.
That's true.
And these are low-lying fruits. Everybody needs a suit. You know, at some point, someone is gonna do a wedding, and with even easy social media, you can market yourself for free on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. You know, and then let's make a suit-making industry that is so known that people from Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda,
and
Burundi wanakuja hapa kununua suit. Because wanajua hiyo suit ukivaa suit ya Mjaluo, hiyo suit ni suit poa.
But that was actually part of sorry, maybe you don't know, or maybe our audience don't know, I was engaged in the Azimio campaign,
Yeah.
and that was part of the manifesto in terms of building county industries based on what is good in that county, which for me I found that so brilliant, because it would help also counties healthily compete, not based on politics, because counties now, most counties or regions compete based on politics, and really not about what are we being able to develop, or what are we coming around as a county. But now that brings me to my next question in regards.
Before you go to the next question, let me ask you this: if Lake Victoria, the largest lake, the largest freshwater lake in Africa, was in central Kenya,
what would...
Just imagine. Just imagine with me just for a minute.
It was in central Kenya.
The amount of business that will be around that lake. Tourism, water sports, fishing, all these things. Like, we have the largest freshwater lake in our backyard.
So would you say,
like, seriously,
is it the problem of the people, or the problem of the leaders, or both? Because why is it that it's not being...
The people are on survival mode. Mimi wa nikiingia pale, I just look at this, I'm thinking, the things I can do with this water. Jamaa anavua samaki asubuhi. That fish is 800 ukimvua asubuhi saa 12. Akifika saa 5 amekuwa 400. Akifika saa 10 amekuwa 200. So in a span of a few hours, that fish has come from 800 to 200 shillings. If you are a fish making kuchuma samaki, what time will you buy the fish?
Probably when I'm...
In the evening when it's 200.
In the evening when I'm going home.
When it's 200, because the fish people, they choma the fish and then they sell them on the side of the road. So already you have crippled the fisherman by not having a cold storage facility at the lake there. The same way that people here harvest maize and then they take them to cereal board. Why don't we have that?
Has it been in any of these governors' county development plans?
We were promised.
Oh, by Orengo?
No. Juice tulikuwa promised hapa with our lovely, wonderful president.
Okay.
And he said he's going to put 10
cold storage
from Busia to Homa Bay. That is how the lake goes. Unaona, Port Victoria ukuje hivi uende paka Homa Bay. Tutawekewa. And I'm thinking, hii shida ikuanza leo. Why didn't we do it 5 years ago? Are these governors and senators and MCAs and MPs, do they realize that fishing is a big thing? In fact, the Luos are known as the biggest fish mongers and fish eaters in this country. And so people are telling me, Dennis, you want to campaign? You need to go to the lake and give the women coolers. I'm like, that's not going to solve the problem. That giving one woman a cooler, I say, let me say this. I put a cold storage in at the shore of this lake. Fishermen, come, I'll buy the fish at 600. And I'll store them here and find a market for them. You know, even our roads. You know, people talk about roads. For me, roads are networks to connect market to farm to market. It's not just a random pathway for people to pass. So people that use those roads are supposed to be, it's a secondary benefit for you to take that road home. But roads are supposed to be an economical pathway where people can take their products from their farm, whether the farm is a river or a lake or dirt, and take it to the market. You know, so right now, do you know the fish that you eat here? You know, I don't eat fish in Nairobi.
Why? Where is it from?
It is from Lake Victoria, but you know why I don't eat it?
Why?
That fish that you eat in Nairobi, in a transport on a bus. Ndani kwa buti ya basi. Inavuliwa jioni kwa buti ya basi, it travel the whole night ikija hapa asubuhi, afu naambiwa fresh fish. It's not fresh.
So we have, but I guess it's the same thing that we're saying, we're diagnosing as misplaced priorities.
Kabisa.
But I mean, it's really hard fighting the system. If the system has been there, right? And here you are, a candidate of change, and you're getting into this system that has been there, probably even before devolution, it has just been always there. How are you single-handedly going to change or contribute to the change to undo this system?
That is why I'm running for Senate in Siaya. I'm not running for Kenya. And change has to come from micro to macro. So you go to from the known to the unknown.
Yeah.
Siaya, we can talk local politics and local development. We can bring local and international investors in there. Now, what I don't know, I want to find out, is the reason why we don't have a cold storage in the shores of Lake Victoria. Is that a political thing? Is that a business thing? Is that a legal thing? Did somebody sign some stupid deal many years ago that we don't know about? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
I want to say it's that unhealthy relationship with national politics.
Yes.
Where the focus really is who is the president.
Yeah.
And and then once the president gets in, we completely forget about even how is our livelihood.
Yeah.
But now, let me ask in regards to now why there is no, like apart from why there's no cold storage, how about how do we tip that scale that you're talking about? It should be people first.
Yeah.
How do you tip that scale now in your individual capacity?
So when I talk to the people on the ground, I tell them, are you willing to starve for 15 months and live well for 5 years? Because what you've been doing is you live well for the election period and then you starve for 5 years. Are you willing now to starve with me? Let's suffer together for these 15 months. You stand with me, we go there. And then we see. Because, again, what do you have to lose? You're already losing. It's like the guy that says, I'm going to go steal at the supermarket, nikishikwa, sawa, nisiposhikwa, I have food. Nikishikenda jela kuna chakula.
Yeah.
You know, those are the things that are you willing to suffer with me for this short period of 15 months before election?
Yeah.
Then you elect me, we get in. One of the things I tell the young people of Siaya, I said, number one, there is too many CBOs in Siaya. Too many CBOs. Which I think is by design, by the way. When you divide young people in a place and you're not united, it becomes the Tower of Babel situation. When the people of Tower of Babel were together, they're speaking one language.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to build a tower to reach heaven.
Yeah.
God said, no, that's not a good deal. We're going to confuse them. Yeah. How do you confuse them? Give them different tribes.
Yeah.
So Wakikuyu waende Central, Wajaluo waende Nyanza, Wacoast waende Mombasa, all that. So now they're not together anymore. So that has happened. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's by design.
Yeah. We
have too many CBOs. We have CBO to 10, CBO to 100, CBO to 1,200. So when you're dealing
with... Are they all addressing the same issues?
No. There are too many chairmen.
Oh, okay.
So I want to talk to border people in Siaya. Kuna chairman wa county, chairman wa constituency, chairman wa board, alafu chairman wa stage. Now stages they're like 700 stages. So do I go talk to those chairmen? So for me, I talk to young people and say, I'm proposing this. Let's have Siaya Youth Alliance, one umbrella for all the young people. Because I am so tired of people using young people as a ladder into power. When they get there, they kick the ladder and they forget about who put them there.
And then...
So young people are used as cheerleaders for these people in their bad leadership. So they are paid. And they're going there and they're screaming their names. And so when you watch these people in TV, they have
an aura.
A fake popularity.
Yeah.
I think these people are... I think the only person that was able to pull organic crowds in this country was Raila Amolo Odinga. And there are other leaders that can do that, but he was the one that you can say when people came, he didn't pay anyone to follow him.
Yeah.
He shows up and people show up for him. Right now, those people, the young people need to wake up. And they need, in Siaya right now, if young people decide they want to send everybody home, from governor, senator to the last MCA, they can do it. Because there's 600,000. We only need 200,000 votes. All these people. Orengo won senatorial race last election by 180, I think 185,000. And
that's close.
Yes, this is 600,000 people. They can decide today, but they can't because they're not together. If you put them under one umbrella, then under this umbrella, let's have departments. Kama kuna wa creatives, kama kuna fashion, whatever they are. Boda, farmers, whatever young people are doing right now to develop themselves. And then let's create opportunities for them. Give them capital. Don't give them handouts. Give them a hand up so that in the next election, they're not running after you.
Would you say the Nyota Fund?
Yeah.
That is called
25,000 really.
That is
Diana,
is it a handout?
25,000.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Hey, what can you do to, like you and me? You give me 25,000 right now.
Yeah.
Will
you be able to start a business?
No, of course not.
Or sustain it, because starting is one thing.
Kuna kuwaza na kuna sustain.
Yeah.
So everybody, that number one, there has to be education. There has to be an entrepreneurial education. Invest in education. Once you invest in education, what can you do with capital? The problem is, it is painful. It is not pleasurable. It is time consuming to teach people how to use money. Most people in this country, young people, are not financially literate. Why? For me, the first time I had my bank account was when I was 23 years old. And I had a bank account because I wanted the equity. Equity you can open a bank account with anything.
Yeah.
So maybe nilikuwa nataka nionekane na nini? Niko na debit card.
Niko na debit card.
Hata haina kitu lakini nayo, lakini haina chochote. Now you can open a bank account anytime. So these kids, from the time they're primary school until they're in college, their parents are giving them money.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to use money. And then all of a sudden you're giving them 25,000. Atapiga sherehe.
By the way, there's actually a really big pandemic on betting.
Yes.
Especially sports betting.
Yep.
And that's why there's so many betting.
It is a promise of instant gratification. Because, Diana, you and I are not young, we're not old, but we didn't get here in one day.
Yeah.
So when a young person sees me where I am right now, they want to be like me tomorrow. It's not going to happen.
And by the way, that's what we are seeing actually in our political landscape. It's translating there because you find an MCA who, before they ran for MCA, never had a car, hadn't built a stone house in their village.
Yep.
And in 3 short years, they have a fleet of cars, they're driving. So now when someone also, I feel like that's also what is contributing to the pollution of the kind of leaders we have. Because now politics in Kenya has become such a money thing that if I want to get popular, if I want to get rich quick, what do I do?
Become a politician.
I become a politician.
Yep.
But I'm just curious in terms of now, because you said something in the beginning, in that empower, like you wanted to make change. You've been doing this in Siaya even before now that you've come back to run for office. Why? What made that shift? Why did someone tell you that for you to make true change, you can't do it with foundations? Yet we've seen so many non-profit organizations also make good impact across the country.
So,
or is it the policies?
No, it's
what?
Okay. So non-profits are amazing.
Yeah.
But they are a first aid kit. They are not the hospital. So the disease that we suffer from here is not going to be, because to be honest with you, non-profit is just a glorified handout avenue. I go to Siaya, I put these kids in school.
Yeah.
And for me, the reason why I'm putting kids in school is because at least that school gives them a pathway to success. It is not instant. Raising funds for a non-profit is not easy. And they want to see instant result. That is why most people drill wells. Because you drill a well,
you see the water.
Water is out.
Yeah.
People are happy. What they do that well after 3 months, nobody wants to know, but they drilled the well.
Yeah.
I was in Dima in Kwale County. And we were walking around and I was asking these guys, what is the real need here? I say, what is the real need? Do you need water? Wells? And they say, no, we don't need a well. They took me to 17 wells that have been dug by different non-profits or organizations, NGOs, that are not functional anymore. Because you put a borehole, because a well, you don't dig it in one day. A borehole, you can dig in 2 days with those big machines.
Yeah.
Water comes out. But the machines that are running and pumping that water are not cheap.
Yeah.
So zikiharibika, these guys can't afford them.
They can't fix
Wanasema,
them.
kisima ya mzungu imeharibika.
Kisima ya
So they go back to whatever they were doing. Because those sympathies of, it is easy for you and I. We have our bathroom is just around the corner here.
Yeah.
And so we can go to the tap and turn on the water and we have the water already. So when we hear that a woman is walking kilometers to go get water, we start feeling sorry for them. We haven't asked those women, is that a need? So you have to also realize that the social interaction of women in the village is that time that they are walking to go fetch the water. So if you cut that, you've already killed the social interaction. Because what other excuse do they have to go out? They don't have any other excuse. So that is the time that they can go out and be social with other women.
Yeah.
Now you bring the water there, all of a sudden, now there is no social interaction because ukitoka umeenda kufanya nini?
Yeah.
And most of these people live in places and villages where men are very protective of their women.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah.
And so then I asked myself, how do I multiply the impact of what I'm doing? Because right now I have 72 children in school that I'm sponsoring. They are fully funded for this. I don't give 1,000, 2,000. I pay for the whole school fees.
Okay.
If they need uniform, I buy uniform.
Yeah.
If they need shoes, if they need socks, whatever they need to succeed. I bought books last year worth 200,000 shillings for these kids that were, revision books are very expensive.
Yeah.
Extremely expensive. And they want revision books. They want compasses. I didn't even know that children nowadays use calculators in high school.
Yeah.
So I have to buy one calculator, 700 shillings. Some of these parents make 200 shillings a day.
Yeah.
So you tell them to buy a calculator for 700 bob. That's a lot of money for them.
That's taking a meal from the table.
Exactly. Not a meal, many meals. So you start looking at that. Then I said, maybe if I become part of the leadership of this county, then we can bring that thing. And then, if I go to America as Dennis Omondi, the doors don't open. They will crack open if they do. If I show up in America as Senator Dennis Omondi from Kenya, now the opportunities now become bigger.
Yeah.
For example, I live in Louisville, in Dallas, Texas. In our city, the fire trucks are only, they are decommissioned after every 7 years. Decommissioned. That's a new truck because they buy them new.
Yeah.
7 years, that's a new truck. They decommission them.
Yeah.
Okay? So then if I have a sister city initiative with this city, I say, instead of getting rid of these trucks, can you donate them to our county, which the last time I haven't seen any fire trucks. I'm sure they're there, but I haven't seen any. Our ambulance is a transportation device because an ambulance is supposed to be a place where if I'm sick, they can actually take care of me before I get to the hospital. Those are also things that are available there that they're decommissioned after a certain time, but they're still in good working condition. We can either buy them or we can import them here as donation. So those are things that can open. The other thing is universities in Texas. I go there and I say, can we have a cooperation? Can you imagine have University of North Texas, one of the largest universities in Texas, and have a campus in Siaya County? What that will do to that county? Those conversations, I cannot have those conversations right now as a normal citizen, Dennis Omondi.
Yeah.
So for me, the interest I have in being the senator is bigger than Dennis Omondi. Because my life is comfortable right now. I don't need this seat.
Yeah.
My people need this seat to work for them. And I have seen
that's what's
15 years.
Yeah.
I've seen 15 years of this senatorial, three terms of senator, and we have money is not coming into account they were supposed to come.
Yeah.
So that's what's driving me to want this seat. People say, Dennis, the way you are talking, you should be a governor. I'm like, no. I don't want to be a governor. I want to be a senator. Because the senator is the engine that drives the county from Nairobi. Is the voice of Siaya in Nairobi is the senator.
And now let me now that you've talked about the relationship between aid from a Western country like the USA, we're currently in a space where people are discussing neo-colonialism, where we have the French president coming into Kenya for the first time, not really the first time, but it's the first time such a summit has been arranged and hosted in Kenya for the very first time. An African France summit called African Forward Summit. And there's just this unhealthy relationship African states have had in terms of foreign aid. It makes us more dependent on Western aid or Eastern aid. It just seems to make us so dependent, yet our land is so rich. Case in point, I think there's some minerals that have been found in Siaya County.
Not some, a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
There's gold everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm sure now the thinking is like, let's get foreign investment to come. there's just an unhealthy relationship. So I want to hear what is your take in regards to foreign aid, in regards to the unhealthy relationship between aid and the over-reliance of aid, and how you, let me first hear your take before I ask how you're going to...
Aid.
Can we rely on ourselves?
Everybody needs to read this book by Dambisa Moyo.
Yeah, Dead
Aid. Read it. After you finish reading that book, then go and read a book by this author. I can't remember his name right now. It's called The Miseducation of the Negro. It's very interesting. Those books are very good. If you are anti-aid or anti-Africa, depending on foreign aid, those are two books that I recommend for you to read. Now, having said that, something happened yesterday.
Yeah.
How does a president, Macron, with all due respect, France president, you come to our country and you lecture our people and shut them up? That picture of a Mzungu president lecturing African people in their own country.
Yeah, he actually said that's a total lack of respect.
Yes, like seriously. Like I cannot see an African president going to France and getting away with that. I can't see that. Like seriously. And then coming back to aid, the reason why we are over-dependent on aid, number one is shortcut. We want things to happen quick. We have to realize that, for example, the American civilization did not become America in 60 years. I think Kenya is now 60, 65.
Yeah.
Something, 60 plus years.
Yeah, America is like 200 and something.
They're going to be celebrating their 250 years.
Yes, this year.
This coming year. Okay? 250 years of independence. They've been around a long time. And they have also grown progressively with technology. For us, we have a grandmother in Siaya County, in the deepest part of Siaya County, that has a smartphone and has no running toilet. That tells you how
the disconnect.
The disconnect that is growing too fast for us to catch up with. Now that's number. Number two, when you look at aid, is aid supposed to be a source of revenue in a country? Aid is supposed to be an emergency help. Tuko katika shida, njoni mtusaidie, tutoke katika hii shida, we get in a place where we can now sustain ourselves. And so for me, when I see one of the best things that happened in America, not very many people are Trump lovers, but Trump saw that the American people, especially in the political class, were using aid as a way to enrich themselves.
Well, that's why he
shut it down.
He shut down USA.
Yes, because you have rich business people or rich politicians that start non-profit foundations. They make their wives the CEOs of those organizations. They make $500,000 a year, and then of every dollar that is given that organization, only maybe 10 cents will get to where it is intended. So it was a loophole for corruption. And so when Trump closes it down, of course the effect was felt here, especially USA.
Yeah.
Closed a lot of things that they were doing.
A lot of initiatives that
which
they
for
were
me
doing,
was a wake-up call for us. Because now we can't over-rely on that. You know. So when we talk about industries, look at, for example, in Siaya with all the gold. In Kwale, Tiomin.
Yeah.
Where they excavated our soil. Do you know that underneath the soil there is no one mineral? There's more minerals. They paid for one mineral and they excavated it and took it to Australia, wherever they took it to, for over 10 years or 20 years, I think. They're just taking it.
And are the people benefiting?
No.
Because I'm sure the people excavating are also the locals.
No. If I was a president and there is Tiomin, which is the raw material for making titanium that is making planes, I would say, let's have that industry here in Kenya.
In Kwale, where it's found.
That will be extremely beneficial for the people of Kwale.
Yeah.
Extremely beneficial. But now we take the soil. See, for me, that's the first red flag. They're not even manufacturing the soil after they take the deposit themselves. They take the whole soil. There was a study that was done, and it was found that they were taking more than 19 minerals in that one soil. And they're just taking it and taking it and taking it. Somebody ate some money.
And what about
and they took there.
and what about public participation in regards to this? It's not happening.
Like,
I mean, for the gold that is found in Siaya,
there's no public participation. And I tell people, where there is no education, fear grows. And this fear is, what are you doing with this thing of ours? Because gold, everybody knows. Even an illiterate person knows that gold is very profitable, and it's very valuable.
Yeah.
Okay? So we find gold here today. Let's come and talk to the people. By the way, tumepata dhahabu hapa. There is gold in this area of yours. These are the benefits of gold, and this is how you, the people of Siaya, are going to benefit from this gold.
Yeah.
Why is it that only in Africa, when mineral is found, it has to be processed somewhere else? Mbona Middle East hawachukui petroli yao waenda kwa process kwingine? Ni sisi ama ndo, when we get gold, when we get tanzanite, when we get diamond, when we get copper, when we get rubber, when we get oil, all these things, they have to be refined and processed somewhere else. Even the tea that we drink in this country that is imported. How do I sell you tea that is imported and it was just harvested here? Hapa kwetu. And but in Kenya, we like imported things. If that tea was manufactured here in our country,
I think it's a consequence of colonialism. It really worked on our mindset.
No, it's not colonialism. Colonialism.
Yeah.
The first thing that we need to do if we want this Kenya to go forward is to prohibit government people to do business with government. Their proxies, their mother, their auntie, their sister, I don't care. If they are related with you, they cannot do business with government. So if you want to be a businessman, be a businessman.
There's actually
if
a
you want
conflict
to be in politics,
of interest clause.
It is so big.
Yeah.
But then the people that are supposed to be legislating these things are the ones that have these businesses. Hauwezi kuweka paka achunge maziwa alafu na asikunywe. Uweke mbwa achunge nyama na asikule. Itakuwa shida.
Yeah.
So these people, we need some serious leaders.
Our leaders are business people.
Yes. So in Kenya, if you want to be rich, be a politician. In America, if you want to be rich, don't be in politics. Be in business. Be in business. Seriously. Trump, when Trump became president, he had to, whatever they call it, it's escaping my mind, but he had to give up.
His shares.
Control of his businesses. He cannot have anything to do with it. Now, of course, there is ways around it, but at least on paper, we can see that he's not involved in his businesses.
Yeah.
You know, here, if we start naming people that are making money through business in this country, and the projects that government is pushing.
By the time even an ad goes out of a tender, they already know where it's going.
Exactly.
They already know where it's going. The ad is really just to rubber stamp the process.
Kenyan people that are listening to me right now, your country is going to hell in a handbasket. Kadi yako ndio power yako. If somebody has shown you who they are, believe them. They're not changing.
Yeah, don't.
They're not changing. And if you have this guy that has been your MP or MCA or president or senator or governor for all them and they've done nothing for you, they're not going to do anything the next 5 years. I promise you. You can get that at the bank. Vote them out. Put new blood that hasn't robbed. For me, how does an MCA, Diana, make more money than a doctor, than a teacher? How? Like, seriously. Like, we need to start, like, tunasema kwamba for a country to go forward vizuri, we need education, we need health, we need infrastructure, we need security.
Kwanza health.
Our police are some of the worst paid people in this country.
And they also live in such deplorable
Our nurses, situations. You've seen the coffee cup thing that is going on social media right now, where the police is sitting in a coffee mug, and then they have those mabati around hizo. And he's sitting in a coffee mug. It's very interesting. But police, some of the worst paid people in this country, policemen, teachers, nurses, doctors.
The basic
these are the guys,
services of our country.
You know why people want to be politicians? Because there's money there. You start paying doctors 800,000 now and see how many people are going to be doctors. Start paying teachers 200,000 shillings every month and see how many people are going to be teachers. So in essence, we are taught. I was actually surprised to know that, and this is not a diss to the teachers, that for a primary school teacher, the marks that you need to be a primary school teacher is D+. D+ to be a primary school teacher. So, in essence, without sounding really crass and proud, our children are being taught by quote unquote, people that did not make it in school.
But I guess it's just a lack of investment in education.
But that,
because I
okay,
mean,
let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why, Diana. You know why my child's school in America is good? Because my legislature goes to the same school. If we say, if you're a public servant, your child cannot touch private school.
I have seen what you're saying.
No, they say that.
Yeah.
Kama wewe ni mbunge, mtoto wako asikanyage private school.
Yeah.
Kama wewe ni MCA, mtoto wako asikanyage private school. Kama wewe ni public servant, don't go to a private hospital.
Yeah.
Ukiwa mgonjwa nenda Kenyatta, upange line na watu wengine. Those hospitals will improve in one day. And the road to your house, it cannot be tarmacked unless it is going somewhere.
Actually, that's what happens.
Yes. But it is that's what I'm saying. Ni paka anachunga maziwa na anaikunywa.
So lazima tufukuze paka.
Hiyo maziwa mtoe kwa paka mwiko mtu mwingine. So paka pia anataka maziwa ndio akatafute maziwa pia yeye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are things but it is not rocket science.
I guess it's not rocket science. It's just that we've not had this kind of thinking, or this many people, a mass majority of people thinking the way you're thinking.
No, they're there. That's why the Gen Zs went to the streets a few years ago.
Yes, that's just the Gen Zs.
Then wakaenda wakachukuliwa wale ambao kabla ya kelele wakachukuliwa kwa mfuko wa watu wengine. Now you see now they are in bed with the enemy.
That's what I'm talking about. There's not been a mass majority of people thinking the way you're thinking about change.
Yeah.
Most of it has been a psychology or a system of band-aids.
Yep.
That, this is a problem, this is how we are going to fix it. Just band-aid, band-aid, band-aid. To the point that now we have the Gen Zs who are literally, they're getting out of school and they're feeling the direct effects of bad leadership.
Oh yeah.
And that's why we had the revolution.
Yep.
And I'm still very hopeful that the ballot revolution is coming.
Yep.
That people will get to realize
they have to vote though. You can't cry and not vote.
So.
Your power, that's the only power that you've been given as a citizen of this country.
I hope so.
Is to vote the people you want in.
I really hope so. But we can't finish this podcast before I ask you something, because you're someone from Siaya.
Yes.
And that is also the home place of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga.
Yes.
And for so long, he seemed to have a hold of not just Siaya, but that whole Nyanza block, right? What do you foresee in this post-Raila era for the block of Nyanza in terms of not just development, but just pushing the needle further for the Kenya that we want? And for the people living in that block, what do you see now post-Raila?
If I was advising Luo people right now, I would say Luo people are wounded warriors. They need to sit down, chill, and heal. But as they are chilling and healing, they need to have a very great, wonderful plan for 2032. Don't fight right now. A wounded warrior cannot fight. Raila Amolo Odinga was the heartbeat. Whether you want it or not, ukimjaluo tu Raila alikuwa tu ni. When I heard that Raila died, it was one of the saddest days of my life.
Yeah, for
everyone. As a Luo man.
Yeah.
And we go to this place where I'm thinking, what are we going to do? And now you are seeing the shepherd has been struck and the sheep are scattered.
Kabisa.
So the sheep, please come together, heal. And when you heal, we have some of the brightest minds in this country and Luo people.
Yeah.
Can we put those minds together, sit together? That's why one of the things that Luos have, I just learned a proverb the other day. Nidir mako wadu okumoni nendo. Which means your brother's poverty does not stop you from sleeping. It's a terrible proverb. And it opened my mind the way to how Luos behave with each other. We're not united people in Luo land.
I actually heard from a friend of mine who's also from Siaya.
Yeah.
He's from Ugenya, and he was telling me that sometimes when one brother or one neighbor sees another neighbor
prospering,
progressing, anamroga.
That's Luos for you. So can we come together and be united and sit down and chart a way forward for Luo nation, not for Kenya. We've died and bled for this country for too long.
But if you say that, then it goes into the whole talk of tribalism again.
It's not tribalism. As you see, that's the only people that are struck with that tribalism label when they think about themselves is Luos. Why is that the case? There is nothing wrong with thinking about the Luo people. Because you said something here, and I heard you very well, that if Siaya prospers, Kenya prospers. Exactly. So why don't we not kill these people?
Yeah.
Let's let them prosper. We will give you some people to help you in the national government. But let's bring back people. Let's bring this thing back home.
Yeah. Let's focus on the local.
Lake Victoria, man. You know, the equator passes through Nyanza in very many places.
Yeah.
You know, you can that ball, if you pass Luanda just a little bit, you'll see a ball this side. That's the equator. You blink, you miss it. I'm telling you, if that was in America.
But if you pass Nanyuki,
there's
a whole sign that's showing you.
And I'm sure they're making a lot of money with it.
Yeah.
You know, you can take pictures there. There is probably merchandise that people are selling for the equator. It's just dead. You know, I can't. So I say, let's come together. We are wounded warriors right now. Everybody is hurting in Luoland. In fact, I was talking to young people when we went there to do Tukokadi, and they told me, Dennis, I'm not voting. The person I was voting for died.
Yeah.
So that tells me that all these leaders that were being voted for in Nyanza, they were benefiting
from
people wanting to go vote for Raila for presidency, and then they see chungwa. That's why they're fighting zoning right now. They don't want zoning. That's why they don't want people. They don't want other parties to come. I'm like, guys, listen, ODM. The D in ODM.
It's democratic. Yeah.
Democracy, right? That's what Raila stood for. He hated this thing of no democracy in our country. So if you are truly Raila followers, then let democracy reign.
Yeah.
And let people choose. You cannot take me to a butcher, alafu niambie you can only buy matumbo. And me I want maini, or I want steak, or I want bones. And that's what they're doing to us. Wanasema matumbo ndio iko kama utaki enda.
Yeah, I think we're slowly inching back into authoritarianism in just small.
You're saying shifts. Slowly? You're not seeing it?
I'm saying slowly because
man, we are in the middle of it.
Thing. If I was to say, if the zoning thing, if I was to say like up there that you know what, this is just another form of authoritarianism. Most people will be like, no, we are just many parties. We have to work together. So let us stay in our strongholds.
You know, for me, when I was listening to them talk, they were almost saying that Ruto was going to bring Kalenjins to run in Nyanza. I'm like, no. They're just Luo leaders that wanted opportunity to lead.
Are there any other parties?
Yes, there are other parties.
Yeah.
But they only have a problem with UDA for some reason.
Okay.
You can come with PLP, you can come with MDG, you can come with Wiper, you can come with any other party. But mimi wazee walinikacha chini wakaniambia, Dennis, you cannot go with any other party, ODM or independent. That's what I was told.
Would they vote for you as an independent candidate, or?
No, they will vote for me as an independent candidate more than they will if I put other parties there. They made it very clear. They say you are either ODM or independent. Hataki watu wengine because they've been told we don't want to kill Baba's party. And I'm telling you, Baba is being used so badly with this politician. Wanamtumia Baba vibaya sana. Somebody wakes up in the morning, I dreamt that Baba told me. Baba told you what? You know, I like that t-shirt that says, who told you?
Let me stop laughing because I've had so many different stories of what people have been told by Raila.
But then it is so annoying.
Yeah.
When you see how our people have been brainwashed.
Yeah.
And me, I'm thinking I'm coming here as mkombozi to combat my people.
Yeah.
Then you realize that they live in their suffering and they don't want to get out of it. At least by their behavior.
Yeah.
The way that they are voting, the way that they're talking about these leaders that they are saying, I've not done anything for them. But you say anything bad about them? In fact, I'm risking my life.
I wanted to actually tell you,
talking about all these things.
Aren't you risking your candidature?
It is, but for me, I'm not there to please people. I want to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
The Bible says, you shall know the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth shall set you free. And when you are free indeed. That's what I want for my people. Yeah. I don't want to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
I want them to see what the problem is. I was talking to your young ladies here in your office.
Yeah.
And I was telling them the brilliance of the Kikuyu and the Kalenjin. And together in combination after these 5 years of Ruto, it's going to be over 70 years of leadership in Kalenjin and Central.
Yeah.
Kibaki came in with what party? National Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah, the coalition.
They came in. After the first term, it wasn't working for him. He threw it out. He brought in PNU.
Yeah.
PNU worked for him, put him in second term.
Yeah.
Whether you want to believe he got there legally or not, that's another problem.
Yeah.
But it was a PNU. All this time where the Luo was ODM. Then Uhuru looks at PNU, it's not working for him.
Yeah.
He goes in with TNA.
Yeah.
Okay? Where are we at this time? We're still where? ODM. What is it doing for us? I don't know. Okay? Second term, Uhuru, TNA is not working. Throw it out. Bring what? Jubilee. And so you see this progression. At this time, Ruto is cooking URP. URP is not cooking. The cooking is not happening. He throws it on, he brings UDA, he gets into power. You know? And right now, Kikuyus have ditched all the other parties, and they have this party called DCP. Whether you like it or not, that is the Kikuyu party. And they are vehicles that is going to take them to the Canaan that we've been promised for a long time.
Yeah.
Their vehicle seems to be going to Canaan really well and really smoothly. And this vehicle of ours is not taking us anywhere. Political parties are supposed to be vehicles that take you into power.
Yeah.
But if they're not taking you into power, leave it. This obsession with this party, where people are saying, hii ni party ya baba, sawa, hatukatai. But what do you want? Kama our goal is to get nusu mkate every election, then we have accomplished it every election. But if our goal is real power and to lead this country,
yeah.
I hear Kinambadi now talking and saying, you guys, let Ruto lead for the next 5 years, wakitoka, now sisi tufanye nini?
Yeah.
Tuingie.
But they do believe in the rotational sort of leadership? But
no, me, I believe in effective, the leader that can lead this country well.
Yeah.
Now, the issue now that I have with that is that now the reality of Kenya is that we live in a tribal setup. So the only fair thing for people to feel that there is a fair representation, because we've all said that presidency is the ultimate leadership.
Yeah.
So then let's give everybody. Majimbo is very nice. It will ensure that everybody gets development, but at the same time, kama president, kama Tanzania wameamua kuwa ni Waislamu na Wakristo.
Oh, kama Muislamu ndio
president, then vice president ni
Christian.
Ni Mkristo. And then the next president, actually after 10 years atakuwa Muislamu ama Mkristo. They change like that.
Yeah.
They did that. So CCM has it in the pipeline that is how they do their thing. Why can't we do the same thing here? Tuseme hii Kenya ina tribes 47.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that every term, hata kama tupatie 10 years then. Mturukana pia apate kusikia asikia utamu ya presidency. But now we have decided kwamba this is the biggest tribes are going to take the whole cake. Okay,
I like that perspective. I'm thinking about that perspective, but as I stew in it, what do you think about you've talked about this whole way, this whole history of how people use political parties, dump them, rebrand until it works for them.
Yeah.
But it seems that for Luos, ODM seem to be stuck in this vehicle that's never really getting them there.
Yes.
What about thinking about it in the terms of the version of multipartyism that we have? I want you to think about where we've spoken about the US a lot, where they just have two parties, that you're either Democrat or you're Republican. Do you think such a system would work here in Kenya?
I don't think it will work. And I think, so what Raila was trying to do, Raila was trying to marry two ideologies.
Yeah.
The European thing of parliamentary system, and the America, Democrat Republican.
Yeah.
And so his idea was, let's make ODM a really big party so that we have that one party. But then that's only possible if these other guys also
do the
say,
same.
Let's have another party this isn't party mbili peke yake.
Yeah.
The problem is that you have to look, what is the ultimate goal of a politician? It's power. So what is the vehicle that is going to take you there? So in this country, again, our democracy is very young. We have to understand that. It is for the first time now, in many elections, is where we have a very informed electorate. But they're informing themselves. We're looking at a news Samoja. These guys, they already tangaza their own news. You know, there's a guy called the news guy. Literally called the news guy.
Yeah.
Immediately something happened, they see a helicopter hovering over a hospital. They're saying, guys, what's happening? Who is this guy that is being dropped?
Yeah. I saw that yesterday.
Exactly. So the news, I don't even know if Citizen or the NTV will share news.
Yeah.
But these guys, now they're not watching NTV, they're watching themselves. So then there is this truth that they tell themselves, and then there is this truth that these media houses want to tell them, but they're not buying it anymore. And so you get to that point where we are a very informed electorate.
Yeah.
But now that information that they have, can they use it wisely to vote in the right people? Tuko kadi. Me, I tell my people, the young people of Siaya, kadi yako ndio power yako.
Yeah.
Hauna power nyingine, by the way. Hiyo kadi yako ndio power yako. Itumie. And then when you go to vote, make it too big to rig. Because we have believed that there is no elections in this country. There's only selection. Kuna watu ambao washapangwa tayari hao ndio wataingia katika hii.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how to get rid of that is to make sure. Alafu,
it's a landslide win.
If you like Dennis,
yeah,
come and tell me, Dennis, Mimi, in Siaya County we have 2,000 voting polling stations. I am volunteering
to help
because
you.
I believe that you're going to help Siaya.
Yeah.
I'm going to guard those votes.
Yeah.
But now if you tell me that I have to pay people 50,000 per polling station, na ziko 2,000, na mimi sijaiba pesa bado.
Utatoa pesa wapi?
Nitatoa pesa wapi? Kwa hivyo imeshakuwa nitashindwa tu.
Yeah.
Unaona? So that's the thing that people need to do.
Yeah.
We have over 60, we have about around 60 tertiary institutions in Siaya. All the presidents of those institutions, that's my goal to get them. I have majority of them right now. I need to get all of them, sit them down and say, I know you are hungry. Please eat.
Yeah.
When they come to give you money,
yeah,
kula kabisa.
Yeah.
Lakini pesa yako hiyo. Lakini ikifika wakati wa kura,
yeah,
please forget that you ate.
Yeah.
Remember the hunger that you had 5 years. And then vote na hiyo asira ya hiyo njaa.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have change in this year. Otherwise, same monkeys, different forest.
And that's our best way to end this episode. We can keep talking and talking. Kwanza, I wanted to challenge some of the things that you're saying.
Yep.
But because we don't have that much time, we will invite you again.
Yes.
Again to discuss other things in terms of devolution and the things that are happening in Siaya County. Yep. So to end the podcast, maybe just look into the camera and just give your parting shot in terms of things that we've discussed here and something that you want to tell the viewer behind here. They might be a youth who will see this from Siaya County and why they must believe in Dennis Omondi's vision for Siaya.
I'll say everything I've said, I believe in. I want to give you an illustration as I end, because people remember stories. There is this guy that was drowning. And as he's drowning, he prayed to God, God, please save me. And he's sitting at the crest of his house. And the flood waters are rising and rising and rising. God, please rescue me from this flood. I don't want to die. A boat comes by. And he says, please come in, I'll rescue you. He said, no, I'm waiting for God. The boat went away. A helicopter came, threw in a line, said, please hold the line, I'll save you. He said, no, I'm waiting for God. What happened is he died. He drowned and died and went to heaven. He asked God, I prayed very fervently for you to rescue me, but you refused to rescue me. God said, I brought you a boat. You refused to get into the boat. I brought you this helicopter to come rescue you. You refused to hold on to the line. And you died because you did not take what I gave you. So the election is coming in 2027. You've been crying for 5 years for God to help you. Some of us new candidates are God sent to you. And you're going to die and go to heaven. And you say, God, I was suffering in Siaya, Limuru, wherever you are. And you'll tell God, I prayed to you. God will say, I sent Dennis. You didn't vote for him. I sent so and so. You didn't vote for him. So you have the key to your own salvation.
Yeah.
Kadi yako ndio power yako. Yeah. So please use it to vote all these people that have nyanyasad you all these years. Send them home and vote for new leadership.
Yeah.
So that we can rescue our country. We are young people, and we are going to live in this country longer than these people that are in power right now. So we have more to lose than them. So vote wisely in the coming election.
Yeah. That is such a powerful picture that you have painted. And I hope you viewers can actually take a few minutes to just think about that. How many people have been sent from your MCA level to your governor level to save you, but you're still there, you're waiting for that saving? So if this episode made you think that you have an unhealthy relationship with national politics, please subscribe, because we're going to have Dennis Omondi here back again to discuss more of these issues. So like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in a screen near you.